Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. It's been pouring down rain here all day. It's
It
crazy.
has?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I don't live up in the same
not
vicinity
quite.
as
Yeah.
you.
No.
Are you enjoying the rain?
Yes and no.
That's fair. Not when you have to go outside, but when you don't have to go outside, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm it was really hectic to get on, so I'm making are we on? Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
did I
you
click
know.
live? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while, Harlow, but
Mm-hmm.
hi. Oh, look who's
Hello.
here. I'm gonna put okay. So first off, I've got on for me. I have Oliver, Opal, and
And
Larry.
Larry.
Everyone, and Harlow said before we came on, you need a bigger couch, and I think she may be right. Let me see. Can you guys see?
There you
There's
go.
one, two. There you go. You
Yeah,
can see
Larry was
everybody.
climbing on the back of the couch earlier.
Oliver's all the way over there.
Uh-huh.
Opie. Okay, so now I have to fix my framing again. It was looking at the ghost. I
Uh,
did have the ghost in there. Well, if I go like that, then I get the ghost, but now I'm crooked, and that's going to make my mom very irritated. She does not like when I'm crooked.
oh
So
man.
we're going to go like
We don't
this.
yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want to piss off Nana.
No.
Hi. Who do we have here? Joanne, Violet,
Violet, yeah, and Jeremy.
Jeremy, Sarah friend. I hate. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not good with pronouncing stuff. Christy, hi. We've got some fun questions and experiences. Hi, Joanna. Joanne, not Joanna. We've got some really good questions tonight. So interested to get those going. We were working on those up until the very last moment before we came on. So I wanted to be able to show you some stuff, and I want to get permission from people. I don't want to just like show stuff
Yeah.
and then someone go, "Don't show my kitchen." But disclaimer, listen, we all live in houses that are not clean 24/7. So it's okay.
Yeah, that's
Like
not realistic.
nobody minds. A lot of times people are like, but the pictures look terrible, my house looks so dirty. I'm like, okay, well, if I showed you my house right now, you wouldn't feel so bad. uh Tonight we are doing our Q and A's.
Mhm.
After this, over on Patreon, we
I'm
have
excited.
something we've been Harlow's been working on this for a while, and I've been looking forward to this for a while. Harlow, present what we are doing at
Well,
7 p.m.
you got it in your head that you wanted to do Appalachia, but you thought it was
So
a small area, and I'm telling her it's like 13 states. There's like a million different cryptids and all the witches and you name it, Mothman, Bigfoot, everything's there. Plus all the basic beliefs. I'm not going to call them superstitions because it's beliefs for them in order really to keep them safe, and they raise their kids to stay safe. And it's very rural, remote areas. So, but it just encompasses so much. It's like, okay, what do I focus on? I'm just going to pick here and there, and we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited for you to do the Hopkinsville goblins.
is that part of Appalachia?
Yes, it is.
I've
I
never heard of
I
that.
had forgotten about that one, and I'm like, oh man, how did I forget that? You got to do that one. So we'll have to start with that.
All right, so we're doing goblins tonight at 7 o'clock. After this, join us over on Patreon. If you aren't already a member, you get all kinds of paranormal content. Or adding another show starting this week. I better get ready for that. I'm not ready for that yet. And it's we're going to be, for those of you that used to watch our Myth or Mystery show, which was a blast. We're going to be revisiting those videos, but with a twist where Harlow, it's all about Harlow. And of course, you know me, I have a big mouth. I'll be jumping in, but it's going to be all about why Harlow picked it, what Harlow felt, because we don't hear enough from Harlow. There's like, and you know what? Even in our relationship, she'll say stuff, and I'm like, were you going to tell me that? Like, there is so much going on inside here that she doesn't verbalize, unlike me, who I verbalize everything going on inside here. So there's going to be a lot of really fascinating information behind these videos on why she chose them, what the people were like. Because all the videos we did on Myth or Mystery were handpicked. Like, Harlow reached out to people. These were personal home
Yeah, we got
experience.
permission to use them, and yeah.
So there's a whole thing that, like, it looked like, if you watched Myth or Mystery, it looked like we would just grab a video, but it was like a ton
Yeah,
of
no,
work.
we had backstory and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, there was so much going on there. And so we never, because Harlow was always behind the scenes, we never heard from her reasoning for why she chose it or whatever that is, and what she felt. Because as you guys know, if you watch our true crime or any of the other stuff we do, obviously she's intuitive and she feels things and sees things. And so we're going to find all that out, because there's so much in these videos and these photos. They're just so captivating. There's so much going on. But back to Appalachia, which is what we're doing tonight after this. Harlow kept saying to me, I feel like, with our relationship, on my end, there's just this absolute trust. So it's like, if she says to me, like, I don't know what to do, in my mind, I'm like, whatever you choose, I trust implicitly. But what she's saying is, Appalachia is massive. Like, there's and I'm like, just do whatever you want. And she's like, it's not that easy. But there's so much trust I have with her that I'm like, whatever you choose to do will work. We've been doing this for 3 years now, 4 years. And every single time you just do what you do, knock on wood, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but it always works, because there's you intuitively, whether you're doing it intuitively or not, you pick up, which like what to do, what to talk about, or which direction to go with something. And so it's always fun. It's always like when we did the 2 weeks ago, we did the haunted dolls.
The dolls were fun.
And honestly, I've never been like a firm believer of haunted dolls. They creep me out. The idea of it's like strange. Dolls in general, I'm not a fan of. They're very creepy looking. And I thought, we're not going to really get that much, but it's a fascinating topic, right? And man, was I wrong. Those dolls are ew. Like,
I never thought much about dolls either. And then when I started looking at the pictures, like I told you, Robert's the one that.
Wait, you broke up during the best part. Say it again.
Oh, I said, like I told you during the show, Robert, when I looked at the pictures, Robert's the one I felt. He was big and dark, and there was a lot going on there.
Yeah, there was. So much so that, like, pretty much each doll, I'm like, ew, I don't want to keep reading this. I don't want to keep reading this. So much for extra content. You're like, well, you have to read it. That's the whole point of this. So
and now we've got even more suggestions for the Island of the Dolls.
Oh, yeah.
And for that mannequin in the bridal shop in Mexico. Those are both going to be interesting.
Okay, can you please tell them about the mannequin in the bridal shop? And just so you guys know, all of this is on our Patreon. We save all the good stuff for Patreon. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Okay, well, somebody had suggested it specifically. I actually heard about it a long time ago, but I had completely forgotten about it. So it's a bridal shop. It's somewhere in Mexico City, I believe. And the rumors are that it's actually a body, a person, rather than a mannequin. It's believed by the locals that it's the daughter of the owner of the shop because she died of a spider bite on her wedding day. Oh, and God. This mannequin is so realistic with the skin texture and the veins and the fingernails that people really think there's more to it than that. And people say they see it wink or move. It's pretty creepy.
That's really creepy. And just like when you first told me that, I was home alone at night and I was like, that is just mean.
I know, but I cracked up when I heard that voicemail.
Yeah. Okay, I just heard a weird sound. Stop it. Okay, I forgot to tell my mom I'm live. So
you're already pissing off Nana already.
Oh my God, I already pissed her off with almost being crooked. Hold on. I gotta send her. It's Nana, so I gotta send her the links. But I have to be fair. A lot of times she actually figures it out herself. She's getting really good, but she's probably looks she didn't read my text yet, so she must be busy, but I'm sending it anyway because I will get in trouble. Just kidding. No, actually I'll be like, so what did you think when da during the show? And she'll be like, what show?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so hold on. Let me send her that one. And then I got to send her the link to our Patreon. And then we'll get started.
All
So
right.
if anyone is in the comments that we're doing tonight. Oh,
Yeah.
she's on. My mom's on.
Okay. So we've got like 4 people to have questions tonight.
Okay, why does the mic keep muting itself?
I know we're not doing dolls. What the heck?
And I'm not even on my computer. I'm on my phone.
I know.
Okay. This is weird. Okay, Mom, I just sent you links, but you're already on. As I was talking shit about her, and she's like, I'm on, was waiting for you. Sorry, Mom. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put my earbuds in and see what happens. This is some real paranormal stuff happening. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Great. Now let me make sure I'm still connected to my mic. Oh, see? No, I'm not. Why did this disconnect? Hold on. My mic disconnected.
Oh, it's just using your laptop mic?
Yeah, which I hate. Okay, now my mic is connected, and now they're connected. Okay, let's get started. Let's stop wasting time, Miriam. All right, here we go. We've got comments. Oh,
okay. Go ahead.
My entire YouTube shut down before you. Same. Did you get new glasses? Thank you for noticing. I did get new glasses. And who is that? That is not my mother who noticed.
No.
That is somebody else. Thank you. I did. Your entire YouTube shut down? What is happening?
I had something weird happen yesterday too. I'll have to save that for later.
Harlow is like an investigator and a calming protector. That is very true. Love to see your gift getting so strong. That's very true. Violet. Hi. Hello. I'm finally, my YouTube is giving me, it's Haley. Hi, Haley. Listen, I'm forever going to remember Haley because she has the cutest dog. I was actually, if I had time, I was going to pull the picture and show you guys. She sent, I saw, when Haley has one of the questions tonight. And so she sent me a bunch of, I asked for pictures of the family and everyone who lives in the house, pets included. Because as you guys know, pets will sometimes give me a lot of information. And she sent a picture of her dog. And the first thing I sent back was I need more pictures of your dog because your dog is so cute. Not because it has any relevance to your question at all. Okay. I couldn't get YouTube on my TV, but on my phone I can see what's going on.
Something is weird. There's a lot of stuff going on tonight. Like Violet was saying, it's the eclipse and the Chinese New Year and Ramadan, all that stuff. There's a lot going on. I had a crystal fly off a shelf yesterday. So
what? See, this is one of those things where Carlos she keeps everything bottled up. Okay, let's begin with that. Start from the beginning. How did it fly?
I don't know. I found it on the floor and it was on a bookcase, but it was far back on the shelf with other stuff in front of it. It would have had to have been lifted up and dropped.
And you found it yesterday?
I found it on the floor yesterday. Nobody else is in here. I've been knocked against the bookcase. It's cut on the sides. It doesn't roll. And it was the shelf is way back where there's all these things in front of it. It would have had to go past somehow. It was very bizarre.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's super weird.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Let's get started. What do we got? First question.
Who do you want first?
We can go in order.
I have Alexis first.
And I think Alexis just emailed me another photo. So let's do Alexis.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, she just sent a bunch of photos. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay. While I was recording my dog, I captured what sounds like a whisper saying, "What is it?" or "I'm watching." I did not hear it at the time, but rather afterwards when watching back the video. She's had paranormal activity in her home prior to this, and her question was featured in our first podcast. So you have some stuff to show, or?
Yeah, I want to show the video of that. One sec, let me grab it. I grabbed everything but that.
Yeah,
so this was her first question.
Comes from Alexis. Can you clear my home from an entity that I think may be causing sleep paralysis?
There's an energy at the top of your stairs in the hallway there. It's looming. Like, I feel like it's connected to you. And it's come from somewhere else or someone else. This energy has connected somehow to like the spine, your spine. So I'm curious if you've had any symptoms or any issues. And this is where the sleep paralysis is coming from. So Alexis just texted back. She says that she has scoliosis and it's actually gotten worse. All right. So that was the first, her first question. So she had a lot, and I sent her some information after, a ton of information after that. There was a lot of activity in her house. I don't remember my readings when I do them. So to tell you what I said, you'll have to go watch the video. Because I don't remember, but Alexis might, I think she's working. She may not be in the comments. So let me play for you guys. Okay, so Harlow, tell us what you did with this audio she got, Harlow.
Well, you sent me the video.
Okay.
And she was asking if there was someone speaking in it. She thought she heard. So I couldn't hear anything initially. It was really maybe something there. So I put in some earbuds, took it into another program, enhanced it. I cut the video out and just kept the audio and enhanced that. And there is what sounds like a whisper saying, "What is it?" That's what it sounded like to me. There may have been something before that, but the dog was making too much noise. I couldn't break that down enough. But you do hear the one phrase. It's just a whisper, very soft.
So I had Harlow dig in the trash to find this because what was strange was that it wasn't in the email chain Harlow and I had. The whole email chain is there, but not what she sent me. So that was weird. So you'll want to wear earbuds for this. Harlow was stressing. Yeah. You definitely can't hear it unless you have earbuds in.
Earbuds, because it's very soft.
So I'll play it for you guys now if you want to grab earbuds. Otherwise, obviously, in the replay, you can go back and watch it. And then I'm going to pull up some pictures of her and see if I get anything. But here's the, go ahead.
The enhanced clip is, I think it's like 5 seconds. It doesn't start till 4 seconds in. So hang on and you'll hear it.
Okay.
You can hear it.
Mm-hmm. Ew, you can totally hear that.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay. I don't know what it is. What is it? But you've been freaking me out lately. Okay. I've been easily freaked out because I'm in a new house. And Bruce travels a lot, and every time I should tell him on Tuesday nights that he's not allowed to travel, because every Tuesday night we do something creepy and he's not here. And I'm not like that. I'm not like, oh, I can't stay by myself. I'm a girl. I'm not that. It's just that it's a new place.
Yeah.
I don't know why I felt the need to defend myself, but I did. Okay. So let's read this, Alexis. Let me pull up. I'm just going to read right from here. New message from Alexis. Let me see.
And for the record, did you play the whole video? She was playing with her dog.
I have that whole video. I'll show you guys.
It might be a little helpful.
Oh, okay. So I got that. One sec. I can do that. This is the original. This is the original video before Harlow removed the sound.
Yeah, you can't really hear it there. So cute.
I'm just watching the dog.
No.
Let's just keep watching your dogs. They're so cute. Sorry, I forgot we're working tonight. Okay. Get focused, Miriam. I'm sure my mom's like, you need to stop jabbering so much. Just kidding. Oh, mom. Okay, hold on. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Or that. So I believe this is the same dog that if I remember correctly, which I just said I don't remember these readings, but I do remember there being a connection to the dog in the last reading I did, I believe it was this dog. She's got like 3 or 4 of them, and um, you guys, I'm not kidding. I'm looking at a picture of her dog right now, the one that was playing with the toy. Okay, hold on. I just have to triple check before I say this. I'm just looking at pictures of her house. Her house feels a lot better. I'm not feeling that energy there. I'm not feeling sort of the chaos that was there before. And the energy that was dealing with her was not so much about the house, if I'm remembering correctly. It was connected to her, and I'm feeling that. So I'm not seeing. I'm not feeling anything in her home. I genuinely this dog. It's this dog, man.
Well, look at those eyes.
Yes, this dog is connected to the other side, like big time. Which, listen, most dogs are, animals. All animals are connected to the other side. But I'm genuinely feeling this being playing with the dog. What is it? What is it? That's what I'm feeling. That's why I said I had to go back and check, because I'm like, is that really what I'm feeling right now? And it is. I don't feel anything dark there. We talked about this the other night, though, how you capture something on video or you capture something paranormal and it can be very scary. Obviously, there's still someone in her space saying, what is it?
Yeah, but it didn't feel dark at all.
No. So who is that? Let me see. Also, Alexis is another example of someone who, these things are going to continue to happen until there's an understanding of your own psychic skill sets and understanding what's happening and why for you. And so these things happen, as we know, to teach us. So it's not going to always be for me to give away the answer. These things will keep happening so you can figure this out, so you can decipher. I feel like, Alexis, I want to ask if you live near. Are you near a hospital or a hospice or a senior living? Or because I'm feeling a being passing through your space. Did she say someone passed recently? Hold on, let me look. This first, I recently had a dream of I recently had a dream of some deceased family members. I also have a white noise cancellation device. I'm a neighbor and drive comment there. So this to me says we need to look at who you had that dream with, the deceased family member, who was in that dream. I'm not feeling anything bad. I'm looking at pictures of your home. I don't feel anything bad in there. I feel like someone has passed through your space. Is that a family member that has passed through your space? Is that why you're dreaming about them? Is this a family member specifically there to look after you. And this is one of those situations, and I'll say this too, you know, when I do my sessions, I actually encourage people to not reach out to me regularly, because I'm not going to take away your life experiences, your lessons, your growth, your potential to evolve. And not that Alexis is asking me to do that, but I just keep feeling, Alexis, this is going to keep happening, because that little puppy dog of yours, that dachshund we were just looking at, is very connected to the other side, and is going to continually be communicating with spirits as they move through your space. And why are they moving through your space? They're moving through your space because you have to learn how to connect to these spirits, and you have to become good at who's moving through here and why do you have to be good at that? Because it's part of your life lesson, it's part of your path, it's part of why you're here. And that work, that ability to see these beings that are passing through, is going to be incorporated into the work that you are doing. I'm feeling like you're doing, and I'm sure she told me, I can't remember though, but it's feeling like, if you're not already, you're going to be in the realm of, like, it's almost like, I don't know, is it assisting with foster care, or assisting with, uh, placing people in homes, or there's some sort of connection you're going to have with your work that's going to be very healing, and very much about helping those in need. And so you're going to have this psychic skill set really honed in, so you can continue to do that work on a deeper level than just pushing paper. So the short version is, this is not anything to be afraid of. Did you capture something? Yes. Are you going to continue to? Yes. Will it always be different beings? Probably. And you and your pup can sort of be in cahoots with communication, learning how to communicate with your pup, and who's there, and who is it, and who are we looking at, and it'll be sort of a team effort there for you guys. Did I sort of answer that? Oh, I guess I bored Harlow. She was like, I'm done. This is so boring. Harlow's been freezing lately. I'm not sure why. Hold on. She's coming back.
It may be
I
the
did.
weather. It's so bad here.
That's true. I did this whole dissertation. And I'm like, I must have bored Harlow to tears, because you literally like disappeared as soon as I was done. I was like, did I answer the question? And you just disappeared. So I think we are. I think we covered it, Alexis. I think you're okay. Here's what matters. It's not scary. You're safe. It's fine. For some reason, I'm feeling an uncle, a male, a male family member. But this is someone who is reaching out. One last thought about that. It feels like they are wanting to convey a message. So whoever this male family member is, ask before you go to sleep every night, what is it you're wanting me to convey? Because I don't even know that the message is for you. I think it may be for another family member. So find out, ask each night, and eventually it will come through in your dreams. You might have to kind of decipher it, because a lot of times it doesn't come through super like obvious. And yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. What's up? Who's next?
You want to go to Haley?
Haley's. This one is a big one. Let me see. Let me see if we have any Alexis. No. Okay. Let's go to Haley. Okay. Let's do it.
I can remember I would dream about aliens, but I honestly just thought it was one of those weird dreams. But the dreams always repeated. It was always the same thing. I'd wake up in a room and I felt like I was out of a movie. Weird lights, and I was on a table. I never saw or heard anything, and that was all I dreamed. But it was always in the same weird room. I remember lights coming out of metal walls being on, but not being too bright. We inherited my husband's grandfather's home, and ever since we moved here, in my kids' room, there's a spot in between them behind their beds, behind the wall, that I've always had a weird feeling about. Not only have I had weird feeling, but my youngest will run out of the room crying sometimes, and it's always that spot he points to. I will usually get my sage stick and go sage the crap out of that spot and our house. I usually sage once a month, and if he starts picking up on things or things start happening, I'll just know it's time to sage. Is there a portal here? If so, how do I protect my family from it? We all have issues with the same area in their room, and I have to sage quite a bit more than normal.
All right, let's see. Okay, but first off, I'm going to show this picture. Hold on. Haley's dog. Trust me, you guys are going to want to see this. No, I got you all excited. Now I don't know where it went. Hold on. Is it here?
You're such a tease.
God. I literally labeled it Haley's dog and now it's gone. All right.
It's
whatever.
one of those nights. There's just something going on.
Okay, so this is a biggie. Obviously, this is a biggie because oh, I think I saved it in Sarah. Because if we're thinking there's a portal there, then whether it's literally that or not, we have to be sort of conscious that someone's feeling something that big happening. Because like I always say that I trust what you guys are feeling first, because you all know this is your experience. And so we trust what you're feeling first. And if we're feeling a portal, well, yes, we'll get to the bottom of it, but also like that's a big deal. So let's see what we've got going on here.
Especially in conjunction with aliens.
Especially. Yep. Okay, so let me see. And then I'm going to show you guys the room. Yeah. Yes, I just wasted everyone's time pulling that picture up. But how cute is that dog? That dog is so cute. Okay, I'm going to remove it.
Very cute.
Now I'm going to show you the room.
Okay, that's the spot.
Yes.
Okay. It's like in between beds, in between windows. It's a perfect spot for it.
Okay, what does that mean? It's a perfect spot for it.
It just occurred to me.
Please expand.
I don't know. That's all that came out.
All right. That's your read, Haley. Perfect spot for it. That's all we got. Okay, let me tune into this. So Haley also wanted to, what she was saying is, listen, they got a free house here because they inherited a home. Mm-hmm. So we don't want to, poo-poo it. But hey, this is weird. Okay.
April says beds shouldn't be placed up against windows.
Oh, is that a thing?
I think it can be for people, some people.
Okay. Okay, give me a sec, guys.
Violet left because it was too creepy.
What was too creepy?
I don't know.
Oh, did she say she left?
No, she said I'll be back. She said too creepy. I'll be back.
Oh, maybe it must have been the audio we played for her.
That didn't seem that creepy to me.
I mean, it did until I read it. Okay, so yeah, there's this. Hold on. What is all this? No. Okay, that's a separate one. I gotcha. Okay, Haley. As you guys know who follow a lot, if you're dreaming about aliens, you are going to keep having these experiences until you make that connection and you understand who is it that wants to reach out? Why are they reaching out? What am I supposed to learn from this? Okay, so we know that, right? So if you're having alien dreams, this is why you ended up in this home. This is one of those examples of how uh, not sort of, this is how the universe works. And it works in not in mysterious ways, it works in very clear ways that everyone needs to be in the right positions to have the experiences they're supposed to have. And sometimes that works out in the positive, and we perceive it as a positive thing. And sometimes that can be perceived as a negative experience. But even if it's a negative experience, it's still aligning for a reason. What we want to ask ourselves next is that alignment because of patterns that I have set in my life, because of choices I have made, or is this pattern something that was divinely guided? In this situation, this is not a personality characteristic or pattern, emotional pattern that's been set up in your life. This is divine guidance, intervention, giving you this home. And someone might say it's not divine intervention. The family member died. It was inevitably going to go to them. No, not necessarily. Why did this home go to you guys? Why did you meet the husband you met who has the grandfather he has that puts you in this position? I explain all of that so you understand that you're in this position for to grow and to develop and to understand. So first off, just based off of what Harlow says and what we're hearing in the comments, let's move that bed somewhere else if we can. Let's move stuff around so that we're not right head on to this portal. If your son is freaked out and having a bad experience, your son knows. I feel like it would be useful to move your son if there's another room. Even if it's on, out in the front room or somewhere else. I don't feel like your son is really ever going to be comfortable in that room. I feel like he feels deeply vulnerable, and it's setting him up to not trust. It's making him a little anxious, and it's causing him to feel out of control in his life. So let's move him out of that room. Sorry, I know there's rules around parenting, but maybe into your room if there's nowhere else to go. But he definitely does. I agree. He needs to move. So once you do that, and then you move the bed that's there, and you have a bed that's not against the window. I see that to the side, and we get that bed out of the way. We're still going to have this movement. We're still going to have this, if we want to call it a portal, but this is sort of how I'm seeing it, spinning in this direction. I don't feel that this has to be a bad thing. What I'm feeling is your son experiencing an intense amount of energy circulating. Let's call it a portal, circulating like a portal, and he's too young to understand and to hold that type of energy. So it's sort of like they're giving me an example of like, what's a movie that isn't technically scary but could be scary to a little kid, right? You show them that movie too young and they will be scared by it, and you're like, but it's not scary, these are animals or puppets or the Muppets, it shouldn't be scary, but they're too young to experience that scary movie. Did that analogy make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's what's happening here is you have a child that's being exposed to something too young of an age and is not ready. And so this is why you're asking about this situation. So we have to remove him from that experience until he's ready for it. In the meantime, this is going to take a little bit more than sage. We're going to need something stronger than sage. So what we've got is we're going to need a wand. I'm going to show you in just a sec, as soon as I'm having trouble disconnecting from this portal. So I want to show you what I'm referencing, but hang on. I'm having a hard time disconnecting for it so I can move. Let me move. So something like this. Let's see. Let's take this down. So this is a clear quartz crystal, but see the shape of it? This is what you want. And then we're going to place it one like this, and then you're going to place another one like this. I think we're going to place them like that. Once you get them, and it'll be against the wall under the window. This does not apply to everyone into all portals. This is just specifically for her. Hang on, I have to put my guys back. Okay, so once we do that, then, and once we have your son out of the room, I think you have 2 boys in there. So if they both want to move, that's fine. Move them. Excuse me. Move them both. But you don't have to. It's like, it's sort of like, honestly, like the bed on the side feels like when you're on the side of a highway, all the cars are whooshing past. You're fine.
Right.
You're not going to get hit, but you can feel the whoosh of the cars and the sound and the wind. Like I feel like the other boy who sleeps there is like sleeping on a highway. But he's able to manage it better. He's also not getting hit head on with it. So there's a sense of like easing into understanding what it is from a intuitive space. So there's a little bit of an easing into it. So if he's fine sleeping by himself in there, and then you can leave him. That's okay. So there's so much happening. This is more than just what I can offer here. I think Haley, ultimately we'd want to set up a session when you're ready, but what I can offer you is that what I showed you, and all that's doing is slowing down the energy. It's not stopping anything. It's just slowing it down. We don't need to stop any of it. We just need to manage it better, get a hold of it a little bit better, feel like we can address it in our own time when we're ready, not feeling like we're being bombarded with this. Ultimately, Haley, I think that if your husband's open to it, he should be the one to place those there. I also feel like you might need to get something to, like, I'm feeling sort of this sense of like boarding up that window, like covering it. Why? Because I'm feeling like this intense aggressiveness with the energy coming through it, and I don't like that. Like, I understand and will always teach and tell you guys, listen, you're going to have to figure this out. This is like we just read for Alexis. Like, Alexis, this is going to keep happening, so you better learn, you better figure this out, right? In this situation, I'm feeling like we got to slow this down and put the brakes on and create some boundaries with this energy. It doesn't get to just rush through. Somebody lives here now that's going to create a boundary, and this needs to be respected. And so I'm wanting you to, even if we just cover it with a very, very dark shade or curtain, and you just keep that closed, and then we'll have to do a session to get a little bit deeper into that. And the reason why I say have your husband do it and not you is because this is a connection to your ET people. When we learn how to connect to our ET families, a lot of times we got to connect with the darker side before we get to the lighter side. It's okay, but I want to manage that also, so there isn't this like all of a sudden you're being, I don't want to use the wrong words, but dealt with by lower vibration beings until you're ready. Like, I'm feeling like, obviously, like we're where we're supposed to be. So everyone's being geared up in your family to manage this energy. But I also feel like we have the ability to be patient with it and do it in our own time. If we could just slow it down, I think we would all feel so much more. Okay. Yeah. So this is interesting. This is what's always fascinating to me is just those words right there. What Haley said, she's feeling and understanding everything I'm saying, meaning she was already feeling all of that. Like the fact that you can say, I just feel like we need to slow it down. Yes, that's what that, yes. And I was trying to over explain because I thought, is this making sense? This might sound, of course it's going to sound crazy, but you get it. So yes, so we want to slow it down. So we're going to do, and I'll take a picture of those, Haley. They're clear crystal, quartz crystal wands. I don't know that they're called wands. I just happen to find them looking like that. And I'll email you. Obviously, we'll be in contact. We'll place them like an X underneath that window. We're going to buy a dark shade and then buy a dark shade and a dark curtain and just keep it always closed. And yeah, and then we can continue offline about more of that. But good, I'm glad you understand.
More like a muffling.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I also, Haley feels very, this sounds so weird to say, but like I'm feeling like this one alien family just sort of poking around like, ooh, it's Haley, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing, guys? Like, get away from her. So I'm going to put up a little bit of a boundary. But again, like it's not bad, Haley. No one's going to be kidnapping you or abducting you. You might have some weird dreams. I'm putting up a little bit of a boundary, but that's really going to be for you to, when you go to sleep at night, Haley, this is what I want you to visualize before you go to sleep. You're going to visualize yourself in like almost like in a white, it might sound creepy, but like in a clear white casing. And that casing extends out to the sides, above, below, like to infinity. But this is something you've created. This is something energy can enter and exit, but it's something you've created. So you get to say who's entering and who's exiting. So when you create this light casing, you're asking your guides to do it with you. You're asking your higher alien light-filled beings to build it with you, and you're building this box so that these lower vibration aliens don't get to come in and experiment or whatever it is they're curious about with you. They're curious because you've been a part of that low vibration family before. We've all been a part of low vibration families, so don't freak out. But I'm feeling like we can set boundaries and that you don't have to have those experiences. Okay.
Right.
Once you give me a reading on live and you advise me when I see, I'm not understanding that. Do you understand what did I miss?
No, I didn't quite get that one either.
Okay, go ahead and maybe you can reword that so we can follow better. But Haley, that's a good start. There's so much happening there. This is a deeper read, but hopefully that helps. And thank you for the picture of your doggy. Okay, who's next?
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, this one's weird. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
We were always told it was haunted. I assume that means they're home, and would find old toys and whatnot in the garden when playing. I only had one direct experience, but want to know what it meant, or even if it was real. When my grandmother died, I went to stay with my aunt, who was still in the house, for a few days. One night I had a dream that I levitated out of the bed I was in and was pushed to the front room, where there was an older lady and a dog. I don't remember anything being said, but I was pushed toward the front door like it didn't want me there, and then I woke up. My question, was this an astral projection, a ghost encounter, or who was she? If so, and who was the dog? What am I supposed to learn from this?
All right. Hang on. I forgot my glass of water. Please, let me grab it. Can you hear me? Oh, no, you're not going to be able to hear me. Okay, here I come. Here I am.
Okay.
This was astral projection, yes. Let me Sarah. Gladys. It was her house. I didn't grow up there.
Hmm.
Visited. Okay, so Sarah sent me a bunch of pictures, like, right, and she just I think she wasn't in, like, she sent me this picture of a grandmother, and I don't think the grandmother had any. Oh, that was a grandmother's house. Um, it was the great, and so she sends me, and I'm like, who is this woman? Like, I got this really crazy vibe from this
Oh.
grandmother, and I was like, is it okay if I talk about her? But something is up.
Hmm.
Um, So I'm looking at her picture right now. You astral projected, but this is a, okay, ready for this? This is a twin. Did your grandmother have a twin that died either before and this is a um the woman with the dog was a twin of the grandmother, and they were, I almost want to say there's like this parallel life. Okay, so one thing we're going to dig into, FYI, Harlow, is this parallel lives that happens,
Mm-hmm.
and not now, but on Patreon we're going to dig into it. But there's this is a twin of the grandmother, and it was a parallel life, and the twin purposely took you and pulled you into that dimension. And the grandmother has a strange energy to her, because there's like this, the reason for the strange energy is because her whole life was constantly going in and out of realms, it with this parallel life. And so I'd be curious if, like, she had learning disorders, or was considered, like, if some people refer to her, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, I just don't know how else to describe it, like if people would say, she was a little kooky or a little off, or like she was strange, and it was because, like, I almost see her even like being thrown off balance regularly, because, like, if she suffered from like migraines, or like something, this twin was continuing to pull her into this other dimension, like pulling her back in. There was this weird rivalry, and there was this like infighting, and it affected, I mean, do I need to be locked up? But this is getting like nuts. So you got dragged into it because you were in the home, because you were you, again, like we always talk about, this was your psychic experience to have. So what does this mean? That your psychic skill set, one of your psychic skill sets, is being able to move into different dimensions, but also read and see parallel lives. So, and speak to. So actually, we might have Sarah on when we do parallel,
Mm-hmm.
because even if you don't know Sarah, you don't understand that skill set yet. It'll actually help me better understand actually what they are. I understand that there's, people write about it, people talk about it, and all of that is good. I don't. I won't talk about something I haven't channeled myself.
Mm-hmm.
I won't just regurgitate something that someone else said. So this is why I say to have her join us. So if this is her psychic skill set, I can get in there and read really what is happening when we're having a parallel life experience, and what does that mean, and why is it affecting some people more than others, and this affecting this grandmother deeply, and it did. But so you were astral projected into another dimension, into a parallel life, and this was her twin, and this was her twin's dog that was there. Did you all live in that house? I don't know that that's necessarily relevant, or that
Mm-hmm.
that's necessarily the case, because that home is in this dimension, right? So I don't think that that's a thing, but that is exactly what happened. What else? Go ahead.
Is it like related to time slips?
What would you say? What is that? What is a time slip?
It's just maybe a shorter version of it. And it makes me wonder with all the veil thinning and all the things that people are experiencing now, if we're seeing this more and more.
What's a time slip?
It's basically what you're describing, but just for a blip, not a long session. Yeah.
I see. It's just like a blink of an eye versus
enough for you to notice, but not to
I
get
see.
lost in or yeah.
Like this one was more than like you're saying, this is more than a blink of
Yeah,
an
and there
eye.
may be different way. Maybe sometimes you astral project to it, and maybe it's other times you don't. There could be various ways for that to happen. So it'll be an interesting topic to look at.
Yeah, that was intense. I remember when she emailed me that, I was like, whoa, that's intense. Yeah, that was a lot. Okay, good ones. Nice, Sarah. And for you guys, if I say I'm gonna reach out and I don't, just email me. I get a lot of emails, so I forget.
Yes, that's true. And this person did rephrase this comment. Said, Miriam, once you gave me a reading and solved a curse that was on me and advised me to visualize you. Yes. Between you and me and the witch to protect me. And so that.
Oh, I remember you. Okay.
Yeah.
So I do that, and when I see her in 5 minutes, she left the place.
That's
That
awesome.
sounded like a witch's cackle. Sorry. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry I did not recognize you at first, and now I remember you. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so happy that's working. Beautiful. I'll share with you guys, like that just started happening in the last like year, where I would be doing these sessions, and I'm told to tell my clients to visualize me there, and I'm like, okay, so that's exhausting for me. I don't even know what's happening, but it's working, and that's
obviously.
No wonder I'm tired all the time.
For sure.
I thought it was menopause. It's not menopause.
Well, that too.
That too, right? Yay. I'm so glad you're happy.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so glad that worked. And good timing, because this next one, is it Christy?
Yes.
Christy, Christy, we did an incredible read on Christy, and I bound her grandfather. Sorry, it sounds mean.
Oh, yeah.
It was needed. And then I forget, but I'll have to, you read the story and I'll find her text.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Christy says, I received an alert with AI that says a woman is sitting in our kitchen, but no one was home, and there was a ton of motion activation shown. No one lives in this house. Both parents passed where the carpet meets the vinyl. They were in a hospital bed.
Okay, so let's show you that picture. I'm going to read this to you. Okay, so this is Harlow. Tell us a little bit about what you found here and what you did here.
It's tough because as someone who is not looking at it from the intuitive standpoint, just trying to work with the logic of it, there's not a lot of room to see what's behind there, if there's like an outlet, if there's something plugged in there, if you can't see to the side, or if there's anything sitting in the chair. I circled because there seems to be a light source back there. It's real bright in that one spot. But the blue looks like to me like IR light from another camera. So I wondered if there was another camera back there or what could be going on. It's hard to tell without being able to see much of the area.
But what's interesting is the sensors were telling her someone was in the house, right?
Yeah, motion detection was going off. AI will say that. I mean, it could, just from the shape of the table underneath, it might think that's a head. You can't really go by what the AI says, but it is sensing some kind of motion. So that's why I thought maybe it was IR light. Maybe it was firmware or trying to connect to the network, and it was flashing, because in other pictures, there's light not only there, but on the floor to the side. So I didn't know if their cameras move or if the light was blinking in different parts of the night. So it's hard to know.
Okay. I think this is Christy. Christy, is that you? She says it is a mosquito light.
Okay.
So Christy had texted me, and after I had bound her grandfather, and she said that next Saturday, we spoke on Friday, then on Saturday he got very sick and ended up in a hospital. He ended up in the hospital for the week. He slept for 3 days straight. Then he completely changed. He's a totally different person. We ended up having a great time together at the VA hospital for his remaining days. So being able to bound someone in a way that doesn't disrupt their life or those around him or his karma or what's supposed to play out is really important when you bound people, because I don't bound people regularly because I'm not always allowed to, but when you are allowed to and when all aligns, you do it in a way that is, if I dare use the word thoughtful, but thoughtful for everyone. So that's a mosquito light. So here's the thing. There is a lot that went on in this home. Let me tell you. Her grandfather passed there. Grandmother passed there. They were married for 72 and a half years.
I remember.
And the uncle also died there in 2021. So I remember there's so much happening in this home. This home is obviously old. And so it feels like you have two people moving through this space. I feel that your grandparents are still moving through that space, and now they're doing, like, I'm feeling like they're there not because they're unsettled, but because they're working out some karma in their relationship that they did not work out when they were in body. Like, I know they were together a long time, but I don't think it was great. And because of that, they didn't resolve a lot while they were in body. Neither one of them were consciously trying to resolve anything. And so it was a sort of, that was weird, sort of just a getting by and ticking off the days versus really trying to know each other and be present for each other. And I'm feeling the grandparents moving through that space and like working stuff out, like sitting at the kitchen table and moving through the other rooms and like very purposeful, trying to like figure out their relationship, and so they're being given this opportunity to figure it out, but they're still irritated with each other, and they're still aggravated with each other, and they're still not really connecting with each other. And so here's my recommendation: no one should be living in this house until these two figure their shit out. And I don't feel that it's Christy's job to help them figure it out. And I don't feel it's her job to fix any of this. So that is Christy. Okay. They bickered nonstop. Yeah. Hold on. What else did she say? My uncle wouldn't transfer before when you tried. Oh, that's right. I remember him. Okay. This is your grandparents. Christy, since I have you here, are you looking to live there, or do you need to clear this home for a purpose? Let me know. And if so, we'll do that. If not, let me stop myself. I'll see if I can do that. If not, I'm going to leave your, I'm buying it. Remember? Okay. So, obviously I didn't remember. Okay, are you going to live in it, or are you going to sell it? Not because it's like, if she sells it, we'll let someone else deal with it. Not that, but like, if you're going to live in it, then we'll deal with it. Let me know. I got to go back in, and we're going to have to go back in and clear that space, get rid of the,
yeah. She's buying it to move there.
We already did the sage run. Okay, we need to do a lot more than sage. Kind of like, was it Sarah? This is going to take a lot more than a sage wand, kids. Christy, I think we're going to need to do a session, because I'm going to have to walk through, because the uncle's there, the grandparents are there, and there's this young kid there. I don't know if that young child is related. I need to. Honestly, it's a lot easier for me to do it remotely
Mhm.
than in person. So, but I know what you're saying is it's going to need. I can do it in one session. It's just going to take a minute. Uh, so yeah. So, but with all that being said, you're fine. Buy the house. Ideally, if you can, gut it, remodel. Like obviously, I know you'll want to do that. That's going to help release them. But we'll be able to do without a face. You said he was a dark entity and vanished. Okay, that's pleasant sounding, right? But we'll be able to get the house up and running because you've got a lot of like energetic fairy type beings that live in and around that home. That home is definitely something that can be cleared and healed, and you can move in and really make it your own. And I think you'll always have activity, but not necessarily this type of dark foreboding is the word sort of that comes to me energy. Instead you'll have more light filled energy, and we'll be able to get it up and running for you so that you're comfortable when it's time, when it's time to move in. So it's definitely workable. Thank you, Christy. Just email me, Christy, and every guy. If I told you guys I'd follow up with something, please just reach out and remind me. Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Perfect timing. All right, you guys, Appalachia. If that wasn't something that is curious to you, trust me, you will want to know more about it. Join us on Patreon. Behind the Haunting. Oh, I'm sorry, Miriam Farish. But you have a 7-day free trial. You can try too. We have a bunch of content up there and new stuff dropping twice a week. So a lot to do. Thanks, you guys, for the support. Thank you for submitting your questions. If you have a question you'd like to submit, if you're a Patreon member, you get one question every single month for free. If you're not on Patreon, you are welcome to DM or email me and to submit your question. The next Q&A will be the first Tuesday or second Tuesday in March. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you in a few minutes over on Patreon. Thank you, Harlow.
Yep.